Hello everyone, CDNet here with another update from the Avalanche ecosystem. First of all, it's a day of celebration for us, or at least for me, because I got approved to join the YouTube Partner Program. Basically what it means is that we've got enough viewers and subscribers to be able to have YouTube review the channel, whether it's suited for monetization, and luckily it was. What it means is that now that if you watch an ad on this channel, I get a little bit of that revenue. So also today I had to decide what kind of ads, like in terms of videos, mid-roll, banner, stuff like that, I would allow on my video. I myself have YouTube Premium, so I do not actually know what's common. So I've turned off the ones that I thought were most annoying, like the ones in the middle of the video. But if you watch with ads on, please let me know what the experience is, and I might see if I can change the settings around a little bit. With that said, let's get into the video. So for today's video, I wanted to look at Pendle Finance. Pendle Finance is a very interesting product, but is quite difficult to wrap your head around. Even for myself, I get what it does, at least in the basis of it, but there are so many acronyms that it's still quite difficult to truly wrap your head around. So that's why I also thought this video would be very useful, because it is a very cool product. It is in a way a kind of liquid staking, but not for AVAX, but rather for XGO, Key, and the Pendle AVAX liquidity pool token on Trader Joe. So what do I actually mean with that? As you see in if you go to the market on the Pendle Finance website, there is YT market and OT market. So the YT market stands for yield token market, and the OT market stands for original token market. Also, you'll notice that all of these tokens have an expiry date. Basically, what Pendle allows you to do is you can monetize the future yield of your tokens right now. So for example, let's take the XGO token. So as you know, you can wrap your Joe in XGO, and basically the XGO token will accrue trading fees and basically become worth more Joe as time goes on. But what you can also do is take XGO, put it in a farm in Trader Joe, and you will get more Joe over time that way as well. So let's say you would farm it for a year, you would have a certain amount of XGO, which would be your original tokens, and you would have a certain amount of Joe, which would be your yield tokens. So what Pendle does is it takes the XGO token and already splits it into your yield component and your original component right now, with an expiry date sometime in the future. Getting both of these tokens, you can actually use both of them to trade. So say for example you are impatient and you want to get the money for your future yield right now, you could sell your yield tokens and keep your OT tokens, and then you already have some money for the yield that you would have gotten, and once the token hits its expiry date, you will also get back your original tokens. Whoever buys your yield token will be able to get the Joe that you would have farmed at the end of the year once they redeem their token at the expiry date as well. Now, because the value of those yield tokens only really materializes at the end of the expiry period, when you can really redeem it for Joe, it normally trades at a discount. So if you think about it, the price of XGO, like the full XGO token right now, is partly the value of the token right now, plus a little premium that basically represents the future yield that you can get by farming it. And that's basically what Pendle also showcases with the implied yield for the YT token price and the price for the OT token price. Basically, Pendle says at the moment the price for the underlying token, the original token, is 260, and the value of the yield component of the token is about 57 cents. Now, Pendle enables a lot of different strategies depending on whether you're bullish or bearish on the underlying token. The cheat sheet section in their documentation is a really good resource to review. Basically, for every pair that they give a pretty good explanation of why you might want to hold the yield token and why you might wish to hold the original token. For example, I want to briefly reference this token from the Ethereum section, but it also applies to pool tokens in the Avalanche section. This one is for splitting the Ethereum USDC Sushi LP token, so basically the liquidity pool token that you get on Sushi if you supply Ethereum and USDC, into its yield and original components. Basically, the yield token is good for getting swap fees, and the original token just represents the LP token. So for example, if you think there's going to be a lot of activity on the Ethereum USDC pair, you might want to buy the yield token because it will allow you to farm the swap fees without ever being exposed to impermanent loss. While if you think that the trading activity might be quite low, you might be interested in selling the yield token and only keeping the original token. Now, why did I look specifically at that cheat sheet for an Ethereum pair rather than, for example, XGO? Is because I want to step into the Pendle AVAX farm. Also because currently there is a little campaign running to win some Joe and Pendle for doing exactly that. That campaign is only running for, I think, one more day though, so if you want to participate as well, you have to be quick. So basically, for stepping into this farm, you have three options. You can farm both the original and yield token pools. You can also choose to only farm either of them. In my case, I see a higher APR for farming both, so I'll just do that. I'll press step. And as you can see, for this farm, there's 6 steps. That's why stepping is so very useful. The very first thing I need to do is actually get some Pendle for myself. I've not bought some yet, but I can quickly get some from Trader Joe if I just press get Pendle. Then I'll import the Pendle token. and I'll buy, let's say, 400 Pendle. Actually, because currently you need about 3 times as much Pendle as you need AVEX, I went with 800. Pressed max here, and as you can see I have to fill in the rest of the AVEX to make the pair. And then we're gonna go and run through all of these steps here, probably just by pressing this button. First step, approve Pendle, and then press Zap now. And honestly, that went even smoother than expected because the single transaction just completed instantly because AVEX. And now if I go to my dashboard, I can see I have the LP overview and the stake overview. And basically I'm already farming that pool. If rather than farming, you just want to trade for one of these tokens, you can find the pair here and you can just go click here and go to swap. And then for the OT tokens, you tend to trade them on Trader Joe. And the yield tokens you tend to trade from the Pendle interface. Similarly, if you want to mint a certain token, you can just go to those dots here as well and press mint, and you'll just supply the underlying token. But that's it for today. Brief intro to Pendle. Highly recommend you to check out the cheat sheets in the docs. They're really useful. Very interesting dApp for basically making your future yields liquid. If you sap quickly, I think you can still take part in the giveaway. Check their Twitter to make sure because we are running into the deadline and I still need to finish editing and uploading this video. And if you do it, don't forget to fill in the Google Docs either. At the same time, I think there's also a trading competition going on, which also ends tomorrow. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. And goodbye.